New Futures End issue 2. Now, I just got this, like, I went really early to the comic book store to get this. Apparently I went a little too early, and etc. But on the last issue, spoiler alert, because I always leave off on, like, what not happened in certain parts of the comics. Green Arrow died. Yes, he officially got, like, shish kebab with multiple daggers, and apparently Firestorm feels guilty about it because he went there in the last moment. He saved a few people here and there, but Green Arrow didn't make it. Sucks. Now in issue 2, they have the funeral for Green Arrow, which I guess you can understand a few tension that builds up here. Now we hear a very emotional speech from the Animal, who's a member of the Justice League, also a friend of Green Arrow. I'm gonna just say his name, Oliver Queen, there, because saying Green Arrow repeatedly just gets me tongue-tied for some odd reason. I love the cover art though. Check this out. You realize it's his symbol, right? It's pretty badass, and they got little blotches of blood that has the characters in it. You see Firestorm and etc. Now, so far from when I'm reading this, they show Mr. Terrific. Wow, really? Now, Mr. Terrific took this role like Tony Stark almost. He gets into it with Aquaman a little bit, telling him, oh, I've never needed the League, look at me now, etc. Just like Tony Stark with the Avengers, how he said, I don't need the Avengers, I got me, I'm Iron Man. Well, Mr. Terrific is the same way. He's like, I'm Mr. Terrific, and his name is just conceited as a motherfucker, but still. Apparently, he donates money to Oliver Queen's shelters, you know, in tribute for him. As well, he takes place in the funeral, but he doesn't really show. Basically, he's hiding something right now. Even though there's a funeral going on, Mr. Terrific seems that he's hiding bits and pieces because he's not that concerned, but he's a little, I guess you could say, agitated. He's agitated because the people that was taking photos and interviews of this funeral was asking him some bogus ass questions. Now he almost gets into it with Aquaman, like almost face to face, arguing about like how he didn't need the Justice League, as I said. But he also said, quote, quote, "You lucky I'm not a villain." Right there, that's probably what's going on right now, that he's gonna be a villain probably later on. That's just me thinking outside the box. And later on, Red Arrow, protege and used to be a sidekick to Green Arrow, snaps at Firestorm and gives him a big sucker punch in the face. I mean, that was one of those epic punches. How you punch a guy with a flaming head? That's angry as hell. And that gets into it, and it turns out Firestorm just snaps on the whole Justice League, snaps on Red Arrow and says, I don't need y'all, screw y'all, I'm out. Even though Justice League was tracking Firestorm. They even showed his whereabouts, that why he took an hour late. And remember, in the last issue, he was getting it on with some girl in the shopping mall. So, yeah. So, Red Arrow is extremely pissed. He sucker punched Firestorm. Firestorm leaves the funeral in a blaze of, like, arrogance. And then they clip off to this, hold on, let me show y'all. They clipped off into this reporter. Now, they don't say the reporter's name, or at least from what I read, I didn't see no name of the reporter. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, they do say the name. It's Lois. But it says it right here on the little note. See, I didn't really pay attention to the note. I was paying attention to the numbers, so that's my bad. But the problem is that she even said that she had a gut feeling that it's not what it seems. And it turns out there's more than meets the eye behind Green Arrow's death. As well, I see a code there, and that's bad because we're already dealing with machines and tech and all that. Well, yeah, we're going to worry about a lot of stuff coming up soon. And there's another scene that got me curious too. Basically, there was this agent with a teleportation ability sneaking around collecting data. And he's also looking for Grifter. So, Grifter is being followed by a guy with teleportation abilities who's pretending that he's with the FDA, taking information, checking people's computers for viruses, and etc. And, well, Terry McGinnis is still looking around, plotting with Jarvis, aka the Alfred. this issue was slow, but I liked it, especially the funeral part. I like seeing heroes snap on each other. It's funny as hell. And Mr. Terrific is just a, I guess you could say he's the DC version of Tony Stark. He's rich, he has money, he has tech. As well, he has big beef with the Justice League. So I'm really curious what's going to happen in the next issue. And if y'all read this, let me know what y'all think and what's the possibilities of Mr. Terrific becoming evil, or maybe it was Firestorm. Maybe Firestorm did something to provoke this outcome. But I'll see you on the next video in the next issue of the New 52 Futures End. See ya.